Just doing a quick audio check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Most people are like just amazed. You start off seeing you see him. The other thing I saw, these guesses of what Richie would look like. It was kind of like, you can't find it. It's really fun. It's like they put a hair and lipstick on him type thing. I guess that must be his wife. Here's a picture where he actually looks fairly handsome. Baja. It's just still shows. That doesn't mean that she sings or nothing. Try something different. I like it, but try something different.
Belgian organic, Amsterdam blonde, classic female with personal field stout, silent IPA, all on top. Do you want to get coffee?
I got coffee today. I didn't drink much coffee. I just I had like 5 coffees in the morning, 5 more in the late morning, and 5 more in the early afternoon. So lots of
Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is a full crowd, but do not be shy to respond. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonsoir tout le monde. Right? Yes, and you don't have to be shy to respond in either of our two official languages. My name is David Newland. Mon nom est David Newland.
And I'm Robert Soucy, and I'm Bob Soucy.
Well done. It's very good to be here hosting this evening's showcase, one of two nominees showcases, as you know, for this weekend, and it's a particular pleasure to be bringing together two crucial forces, I think, in our music community. Maybe more than two, but certainly by name, I would have to say that the pairing of the CFMA's and Hughes Room is like the best wine and the best cheese coming together at the same time.
Wine and cheese, I like that. Very much.
So our job will be to guide you through this evening. I know that you're fans of the music, that's why you're here. It's a pleasure to see you in these august environs with so many just wonderful, familiar faces. There's a terrific lineup ahead for us, and indeed a terrific weekend. It's going to be happening over the next, 48 hours or so. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. I think we're going to start right in with the music, if you'll agree. Yes?
En première partie, are there any French people here? Est-ce qu'il y a des Français?
Bienvenue.
Oh, it gives me great pleasure to be here. And speak in my mother's tongue. Or is that mother tongue? Yes. En première partie, nous avons Jocelyn Pettit, qui vient de l'Ouest. Elle est en liste pour l'artiste de l'année, musique du monde solo pour son album Caravane. Elle chante, elle joue du violon, elle danse, j'imagine. Elle a captivé les auditoires partout en Amérique du Nord. Alors, on vous présente Jocelyn Pettit.
Such a pleasure to bring to the stage an artist who has a West Coast flair, but a Celtic influence. Also can make her way in French, which is wonderful, and representing a nomination for World Solo Act of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Jocelyn Pettit.
happy to be here in Toronto at Hugh's Room. A great big thanks to the Canadian Folk Music Awards for inviting us tonight and for the nomination for World Artist. We're thrilled. And thanks also to all our friends and family for coming out tonight and to all of you for being here. What a great celebration. That was the title track off our latest album, Caravan. And it was a journey from Brittany, France. C'était une free day. Est-ce qu'il y a du monde qui parle français ici? Oui. C'était une free day, une danse de la Bretagne en France. And then we went into a Norwegian waltz and then a Scottish tune called Trip to Pakistan. So with much, with a trip around the world. And next we're going to do one that comes from our side of the coast, BC. Well, the geography is similar.
This piece is written by a Scotsman on his way to a place called Vigo in Spain on a motorcycle. And we think of the geography of our west coast as being very similar to the geography of his route, very much up and down with the mountains and with the ocean, shimmering water. So just join us on this cruise, on this journey, and imagine your favorite vehicle on your favorite road, and here we go.
We're going to do one of our favorite songs next that has just a really positive message of joining together for strength and happiness. It's called Walk the Road. And we pair it with a piece from Spain, Galicia, the Celtic region of Spain, that's called El Camino de Santiago. And it's named after the pilgrimage. Has anybody walked the Camino? Or been to that part of Spain? One of the places we love to go. So here we go, Walk the Road, El Camino. Think not of casting off your dreams when the road goes on forever. All is not just as it seems, and we'll walk the road together. All the way through wind and rain, I'll never deceive my heart again. Hand in hand across the land, we'll walk the road together. Think not of failing, carry on. When the road goes on forever, let all the tears and strife be gone, and we'll walk the road together. All the way through wind and rain, I'll never deceive my heart again. Hand in hand across the land, we'll walk the road together. Think not of stopping in the strife when the road goes on forever. Let joy and happiness be rife, and we'll walk the road together. All the way through wind and rain, I'll never deceive my heart again. Hand in hand across the land, we'll walk the road together. Think not of hills and mountains high when the road goes on forever. We'll lift our hearts into the sky as we walk the road together. All the way through wind and rain, I'll never deceive my heart again. Hand in hand across the land, we'll walk the road together. And all the way through wind and rain, I'll never deceive my heart again. Hand in hand across the land, we'll walk the road together. much. Merci beaucoup. On the whistle, we have Eric Musso, all the way from Squamish, British Columbia. From Dublin, Ireland, now residing in Seattle, this is Colin McCarthy on the guitar. Also a singer in Gaelic, but that'll have to be another time. And on the bodhrán and the cajon, my dad, Joel Pettit, originally from Ontario, actually. And on piano and fiddle, you'll see in a moment, my mum, Sue Wanku. Thanks again to all the wonderful organizers and volunteers, to Diana, Bill, Britt Laskin for organizing this wonderful celebration of Canadian music, also to Colin on sound for doing an awesome job, and to all of you for coming out tonight. Thank you. And special thanks to someone who was a great part of this album who's here tonight, Paul Mills over there. Thanks, Paul. We do have the album at the CD table by the front entrance if you want to come by, and we'd love to say hi to you. So we're going to finish off with another blast of tunes called Miller's Keeling. Merci encore. Et à bientôt.
Wonderfully done. Way to start us off there, Jocelyn Petit. And some of you may be more familiar with the Celtic style music. You're often used to hearing it from the east coast of Canada, right? And that, of course, Jocelyn and her wonderful band came from the west coast. And you may be wondering what the difference is between sort of Celtic stylings of the east and west coast. And the first difference became clear when he took out the rain stick, right? That's definitely an indication you're on the west coast. And then the other big difference with the west coast Celtic is on the east coast the stomping board is only like about this big, right? It's made from a red spruce or some tuckamore or something. We're on a 4x8. I'm serious, there's a 4x8 sheet of plywood here that must have come from like a sequoia or a Sitka spruce or something. I can only imagine what Air Canada charges them to bring this everywhere. Maybe they're sponsored by Home Depot.
Ah, qui sait, qui sait. Mais vous savez, si on ferme les yeux et on boit beaucoup de vin, on peut se penser en écoutant leur musique être en Écosse, en France, en Espagne, même le Scandinavie. Oh, I think the rain stick just bited.
It's true, it's really a journey around the world with that kind of music.
Fantastique.
I really hope Colin is not striking the plywood as we speak here. It's a wonderful, wonderful start to the evening. The other thing I noted was that we had this good-sized band, family kind of band, for solo World Act of the Year. And we're continuing in this tradition because the next act is two people nominated for English Songwriter of the Year and Emerging Artist of the Year. So we're sort of defying categories as we go. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to come up, you might as well.
Alors, nous avons un groupe qui s'appelle The Small Glories. Ils sont en liste pour 2 prix, dont Artiste de la Relève et auteur-compositeur anglophone de l'année pour leur album Wondrous Traveler. The Small Glories, qui viennent de Winnipeg, sont Carol Luft et J.D. Edwards. Un duo absolument dynamique qui vont savoir vous entraîner vers
Attention.
Je devrais dire aussi que l'équipe du son est vraiment fantastique à Hughes Room.
They sure are, yeah.
Hughes Room. Vraiment des gens qui connaissent, qui savent leur affaire.
Yeah, like Bob said, these guys have a wonderful sound. They come from Manitoba, which is such a crossroads of incredible music, both moving east and west in this country, but also coming up from the south in the States. And there's always that discussion, what is folk, what is roots? We're not going to settle that here tonight, but I know that this duo really brings a very, very strong connection to the roots, traditions of North America. I enjoyed hearing them last. We were all together at a wonderful Summer Folk Festival up in Owen Sound, and it's a pleasure to welcome them here to this stage tonight, ladies and gentlemen, showcasing for you the Small Glories.
Yeah. As Gritlask and Toby, I think this group is like, what is it, acid roots. So we're really looking forward to this.
Yeah, go ahead and change your mic, please.
Nice pieces of chocolate inside.
Colin, could I speak to this mic?
Yep, go ahead.
Just one quick note while these folks are setting up their gear. If I could ask that only the designated photographers in here tonight, and you'll know if you're a designated photographer, use flash. Everybody else can take pictures, but only a designated photographer can use flash. I'm able to offer you a designation for a small fee. We'll just speak upstairs. But no, if you would respect that kindly, it does help both the artists and the sound crew. In the meantime, enjoy yourselves. Thank one another for your company here this evening, and we'll get going in a jiffy.
Oh, yeah. What? Did you talk, JD? I'm talking. Okay. Talking. What? Keep on. Talking. Jeez. Is everybody okay? Gosh. I kind of thought the introduction would last a little bit longer.
Hey, check it out. Check it out.
We normally just go right into this one. Don't always have an introduction for this one. This is Karen.
You get anything there, Colin?
No, I'm not. Should be 11. Are you an 11 there? Got it now. No, I don't.
How you doing there, Katie? Where'd you fly from today? You got it there?
Everybody hear that? Okay, we're ready. You guys ready?
Okay, we're ready.
I rolled down my 20s, moving on through my 30s. I got 40s ahead of me on that road. I gotta get there and add some say. Gotta use up all your daylight before it goes out for good. been afraid that maybe I'd be better off had I your open wind was me who put that hole in your side. But I believe that there is an infinite love open up to sanctity. Well, one day I'll be found. And all my 95 been afraid, and maybe I'd be better off had I paid.
Hey, Colin, we can't really hear our instruments up here. We're wondering if there's been if we can get quite a bit more, actually. Or maybe not quite a bit, but...
So how's it going? We're the Small Glories. We live in Winnipeg, but we're not originally from Winnipeg. Kara's from Calgary, Alberta. And I'm from Oshawa, Ontario. The schwa. We never called it the schwa until we moved away from Oshawa. I don't know why that's the thing. That song was called Had I Paid. This next one we're going to do is called Oh My Love. This is a song we wrote on Prince Edward Island with the wonderful Ashley Condon. Yeah. This is a song that Kara brought to the table when we had a songwriting session in Charlottetown, and just wanted.
Go ahead.
I just gotta do it. Okay, with it.
Just do it. It's great. It's great.
This one's called Oh My Love. This is a love song from the perspective of someone who's able to give love and receive love, but isn't getting the love that they want to get from the person that they want to get the love from. You know, like I'm in love with you, but you're not really in love with me, but you're pretending to be. It's not cool. It's not cool. Anyway, this one, we're so lucky to tour and play music all over the place. But this one we got a chance to play in Utah, Utah at the Moab Folk Festival in Utah, and we were getting to open the festival. We were sharing the stage with Bruce Coburn. We were really lucky about it. And anyway, we were feeling really giddy. We had this really fun selfie that Kara and I took with Bruce Coburn.
Bruce looks like an alien. He's got those alien glasses on.
Anyway, I came out on stage and we were a little giddy, and I said, this one is about Kara. Kara is yearning for love. She just built this tiny house, you know, and she wants to share her tiny house. She wants to share her life with someone. In this little tiny house, she wants to sit in her little breakfast milk and share little plates of food and, you know, share little cups of tea and toast, you know. And it's true, you know. And some guy in the front row was like, I'm here, baby! I will love you, right? And it's so funny.
And then he said, but I'm here with my wife. And JD and I thought, it's Utah. Don't worry, nothing happened.
Just like this song.
But we sang this song a whole bunch at the Summer Folk Festival. Because Chris Ludica, we were doing a workshop with him. We were sad that he's not able to make it tonight, but he fell in love with the song and he kept requesting it every time we saw him. And so we'd like to do this for Chris. Too bad he's not here.
Perfect, actually.
Darling, can you hear me? I'm calling your name on the mountainside. Your voice is soft and soothing. Haven't felt this way in a long, long time. Oh, my love, my dearest love. Oh, my body's aching. Oh, my soul is wide open, and my heart is breaking. I've been traveling over country, across the oceans and the great divide, longing to have you with me. Find a home where we can hide. Oh, my love, my dearest love. Oh, my body's aching. Oh, my soul is wide open, and my heart is breaking. Here I go again, on my own again, walking through the fire. Things are getting higher. What is left behind? Love in the night. Hear me now, can you hear me? Oh, my dearest love. Oh, my body's aching. Oh, my soul is wide open, and my heart is breaking. Oh, my love, my dearest love. Oh, my body's aching. Oh, my soul is wide open, and my heart is breaking. Darling, can you hear me?
Well, keeping with a little bit of this folk tradition, I was brought up in Calgary, and Calgary has an incredibly vibrant folk music community, as some of you know. And my parents were really involved and immersed in that community. So I grew up with people coming and playing at our house. My parents started doing house concerts in 1970, 71. So that was kind of a normal thing for me. For whatever reason, my parents were big fans of a lot of British Isles traditional folk music. So I grew up listening to sailing songs, which seemed really appropriate in the big sailing port of Calgary. And a lot of these traditional songs, if they weren't about sailors, they were about girls who go wandering through the woods and the fellas that they meet who all want to sleep with them. And they're often riddles. So the woman will ask the guy a bunch of questions in the form of riddles, and if he answers correctly, then she sleeps with him. And I think, ladies, see if he's smart enough to sleep with. What a concept. So in this particular song, the gal falls in love with an Irish bloke and forgets to ask him a bunch of riddles. And they go and shag in the bushes right away, as one does when wandering through the woods of England meeting an Irish bloke. And when everything is said and done, he grabs his clothes and starts walking away. And she says, "Where are you going? You were just lying on my breast and you promised you'd stay with me forever." And he says, "That was then, this is now. I've got to go." So she calls him a bunch of terrible names, like, we were just in England, so we had to learn some.
Big fat twat!
No!
No, not that! No, maybe not that! I thought that was okay.
That's the other one that we thought was okay.
She probably would call it that, no? wanker. You can say wanker.
What was the other one?
You tosser.
You tosser.
You can't say that.
You can't say that either.
Anyways, she said all those things that we're not allowed to say. And his response to her was, go home and cry about it.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure he said that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Colin, can I get quite a bit more guitar up here? So we always say, thank you. We always say that this is a song to never sing at a wedding, but it's got a really great guitar part. Even more Colin. More, please.
Gazing on all around.